One, yeah, go ahead.
Hello everyone, my name is Sheikh Abdul. Today I will be speaking for the notion that abortion should not be banned. I'm for abortion basically. Okay, so I think when we talk about abortion, the main point that it boils down to is like this perception or this conception of like human sentience. Okay, what would you describe as human sentience, and when do you think it begins? Okay, because I think that if you were able to identify, or if you claim that abortion is a bad thing, then you should be able to define at what point it starts. Okay, and I think we as human beings are really not able to do that currently, at least, with our scientific understanding, etc. Okay, so I really don't think that there's some arbitrary boundary should be drawn that, oh, it's abortion is just a bad thing. Like, why is it a bad thing? You need to be able to explain that. You can't just say it just feels bad, it's just icky. A lot of things feel icky or bad. Like homosexuality feels icky for some people, but that's not a good enough reason. Secondly, I personally think that it should be allowed up till 20 to 22 weeks, because after that, I feel like the baby gets starts getting more developed, and maybe those signs could be counted as some signs of like sentience being developed, etc. Uh, and I think that it should be kept as completely as a choice, that the woman should not have to like justify, oh, why she's getting an abortion. It should not be like, oh, this only for these specific cases it should not be allowed. But up till 20 to 22 weeks, the woman should it should be completely a choice. But after that, it should be only for extreme case scenarios. And yeah, like if anyone wants to argue about abortion, I would really like to know why they think abortion should not be allowed, and like what would you describe the point of like when does human sentience begin? When do we become human beings? Is it conception? Is it when we are born? Like when does it? Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Okay, so hello everyone. Today I'll be speaking against abortion, and I have around three reasons why I feel abortion must be banned. Firstly, about I feel when we have there is a concept of safe sex, and when contraceptives already exist. I feel abortion people should be much more aware about their sexual relationship, and they should be they should have cautious sex, and thus I feel abortion must be banned, because it is always like if it does not, if something goes off, we'll have abortion as an option. So it makes human like society more aware about their surroundings, and thus I feel abortion should be banned. Second reason why I feel is I believe that the rate of rapes and the crimes, especially at the brothels or prostitution, will completely increase, and thus I feel like keeping in the mind, like if something goes off, will be going to abortion. So this is another reason why I feel abortion must be banned. And my last reason, and the main reason why I feel abortion must be banned, is because of the increase in the female feticides, and the gender bias which is existing, and like people might think, like nowadays, even gender reveal have been the next thing on the YouTube. So for considering everything, I feel abortion must be completely banned, and I support it. I'm against it. Yeah, I rest my case. Abdul,
Yeah.
so rebuttal phase, we're asking each other this question.
So you want to begin? I will
You can start.
Okay, firstly about the safe sex thing, you do know like most methods of contraception, like if you take condoms also, I think 90% of the time it comes on the packet, like it says, in 10% of the time they don't work. Secondly, other forms of contraception are like the procedures are incredibly lengthy or painful, and like the drawbacks of that are very big. Like for example, when women are on birth control, it significantly changes their mindset and like the hormones. The like it changes them as persons. Okay, and then when you talk about getting like copperty and all, they are extremely painful. There are chances of getting infections, etc. And what's the one that men do? Yeah, well, the where you can't it's very hard to get okay, never mind.
uh
I'll move on. What is it called? The one that men do?
Surgery, you are saying? In
Yeah, yeah, like it's called nasbandi in Hindi.
Yeah, 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 even I'm not getting the word.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it can't be reversed also. It's very painful. It's very painful to get, and secondly, it cannot be reversed also. Um, so that's the first rebuttal. Secondly, about the rape thing, I don't really understand. I would like you to elaborate. So, because first of all, in your notion, if abortion is banned completely, then women who are raped would have to, they will have to carry these rape childs, the childs of these rapists. And secondly, like, in brothels and all, if the rate of like birth rate increases or decreases, the men don't really care because they are never responsible for it. The women only suffer for this. And thirdly, speaking about female feticide, countries where this is an issue, there are existing laws in which you cannot know the birth of the baby. Like India, we have this law that prevents female feticide, so we really do know the birth of the baby, and that has significantly reduced the rates, as you already know.
Okay, to answer like the let me go one step by step. Like, don't you feel female feticide for that reason? Like the whole concept of not knowing the gender itself is like foreshadowing something which, like, don't you think the whole concept, like if there is girl, like we can go to abortion, that whole concept is wrong? Like even if it was open to know like what would be the gender of the child, don't you think that is wrong?
Like, I don't understand. Can you say that again?
uh, don't you feel okay, let us not consider India but other parts of the world where you could identify the gender of the child, and then people still go to abortion. Don't you feel that is wrong?
Yeah, that would be wrong. Like that. That's why like female feticide is a wrong thing. That this disproportionately harms women in some way. Like decreases the rate of women which are born. But in countries where this is a problem, and I don't really know about this, so I'm not gonna make claims. But I feel like it was a significant problem in India, and we have taken steps to against this. I don't think a step against like prevention of female feticide is the complete ban of abortion. I don't really think that's fair. Like, just because there are some bad actors, that doesn't mean we take this very important reproductive right from an entire gender. So I think there are better ways to prevent this. Yeah, it is unfair that some people will like find the gender of the baby and then get it aborted, but there are better ways to deal with it.
Okay, to answer also the next question that you have had, like don't you feel the I asked you that the crime rates would increase, or unsafe sex will increase. Don't you feel sex is like it is a type, what you don't you feel it is like you should be very aware about, like if you are ready for that, like even considering your present and also future, like you are ready for having a child, and you can't just go on and say things might go off, and like also have to pay for aborting the child. So don't you think you should be more mindful enough by than relying on abortion?
See, I do think that when people are engaging in sex, and like it's a very intimate part of the life, and they should like be very aware of it and like think about it a lot. But I just that's just my personal belief. I don't think this like belief should. If people just want to have casually have sex, then that's up to them. I can't really control that, and I don't think I should be allowed to control that. And like I can't really force them like that. Now, like obviously they should be educated. That's why we should push for more education regarding sex education in India, which is like in a terrible state right now. That people should really know about all of these things. But just like if they want to have unsafe sex, then like it's up to them.
Do you have any questions, Abdul, or like can we move ahead?
Yeah, the can you explain the rape part? I didn't understand. Like I was very. Can you?
uh by rape I also meant like there has been some scenes where I don't really have an exact data right now, but there has been scene when a man and a woman, like they have had some like extramarital affairs, and like all those things going on, and they have a safety in mind that if things does not work, that they'll opt for abortion. But the first thing that they are going for extramarital affairs itself is like a very doubtful scenario, and I think they should be much more aware that they should not rely on abortion as a thing, and have clarity in with their partners. So these were some of the things that I have had in my mind.
Okay. But that just feels like a very niche case, right? I don't think that's a rampant problem right now. I think, yeah. Okay. We can move on.
Okay. Yes, feedback part. Do you have any feedback?
I think now, like regarding feedback, I think like you should really try to like feedback as in like what like
Okay,
a
okay.
good
I'll
question.
start. I'll start. Firstly, if I'm giving feedback today, like I wasn't really comfortable with this topic. To be very honest, like I have my
Yeah,
parents in my next immediate next room and they could hear me, so I was little bouncy and with my words. And like I do understand, in a proper debate, you just stick with it and you just go fiery around. So maybe
yeah, yeah,
with the first debate itself, like I had to break the ice for me to speak on this topic. So it is
yeah,
negative side of me, like I should have not be very cautious. And to also add on to, like I don't know much about abortions, or like I myself will have to find. So maybe, yeah, that is a negative side for me. For you, I would say, okay, one thing is question. I really wanted you to ask one question so that I could, address one question and then go to the next question. And one negative feedback I would give for you is, uh, you should have, stood with your side. Like you should not have mentioned, like I don't really understand why abortion is wrong, and like what are the reasons why abortion should be considered. Instead, you should have focused more on to saying why abortion should be there. So this was some of the point.
okay, okay. No, I feel no, I agree with that. Like in the normal, if this was like happening in college and all, like I would not do that. But this is somewhat framed like a discussion. But I do get that. I have a tendency of giving the other side like some space. I feel like yeah, that does work against my favor sometimes. But like someone told me that that helps. Like the judges think that he's willing to like come to a common ground. That puts me in a good light. So I do
Oh,
that sometimes.
oh, okay. Interesting. Do you have any feedback?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I just think now I feel like you have like good opinions and ideas like about things like some things you mentioned. I never thought about them. Like I know about abortion. Like I've seen a lot of debates, but some new ideas that I never thought of that you presented. But it's just like you should be like you should present it in a way that I understand.
Understood.
Yeah, like you should be more coherent. That's all.
Yes.
Other than that, not really. I don't think. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally agree to you. And as I've said, I was little very cautious. Like it's just immediate next room, and I wanted to balance my words properly. And there are some other people in the house as well, so maybe that is the reason. But yeah, from next debate, I'll make sure that I'll be very coherent with my words, and like it is not ambiguous whatever I say, and it is said very well. Yeah, that
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Okay, maybe we could do the next phase, which is thinking from the other perspective. I really want to know your points, what you would have said if you are against abortion, and let me also think in the other line. Cool, right? Or do you have to add any feedback?
No, 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 no.
We'll go on to the next one.
But after this, what's after the opposite side? What's after
It's
that?
just a GD where we discuss, irrespective of both the side, we discuss
Oh,
what
okay,
we
okay.
support, and after that we go on the ChatGPT or internet to find some facts or some more points which we missed.
Okay.
Would you like to go ahead?
You're for now. You start.
Okay. Now we are just mentioning the point. Like we are not debating as such. We are just mentioning what we could have had. Firstly, I would, if I was in your favor, in your side, I would have mentioned about children with disabilities. Like if parents are not really ready to, like if they can't really financially or any other ways handle it, so I think parents should be allowed to have a abortion as an option. Like maybe a child having no limbs, or maybe any disability. Like I'm not
Wait,
against special childs, but if a yeah, go ahead.
but how would you know before the child
No, no,
is born?
you get to know. You get to know. Will
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. During the surrogacy, I think you get to know about the default, if there's anything going wrong with the child. So that is one thing. And on a lighter note, I would have said about population control, but it does not go well with the debate as such. But like if if a family can't really afford, then I think they can really go with the abortion. Nothing else. Like
Okay.
no more points to add.
Okay. Okay. You know, yeah, I can build my points, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I think now, and this is just my opinion, and maybe maybe you don't have this perspective that I have because of I feel like in India it's not just a very big hot topic. People don't really take it that seriously. Abortion is like I think in India it's not really like a big issue, but like for people who are against abortion, oh my hair, I'm sorry,
yeah.
for people, no, my friend. So people who are against abortion, now they take it as a very big philosophical and like a moral issue for them. It's like, oh, you're killing a human life,
Uh,
you're taking a human life. Okay, like this is a very terrible thing, and they should you should not be allowed to do this. Okay, so like when we argue for abortion, we I feel like in Indians and all, we don't really see that perspective. Like we don't really understand. So arguing against that perspective, now at that time you can't really mention these points that population control and what else did you say? What's the first one?
uh,
Like disabilities and
yeah,
all,
childhood
because
disability.
because they will like, oh, you're willing to sacrifice a human life because you just don't like how it looks like. That's how they frame it. Okay, because like I mean, up to whatever even they believe that this is like an actual living human being, like a like it's sentient life, and you cannot take that. That's what their belief is. So like that would be my point. Like if I was arguing against abortion, I'd be like, oh, you're taking a human life. This is where sentience begins. And like most of these people are religiously motivated, so. And also I would also say that abortion should not be considered as like a contraceptive. I think you said that like in some sense you it was one of your points
No,
that
I said that there are other alternatives like contraceptive. So why go to abortion? Like,
yeah, 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 yeah. So little bit of elaboration on that would be that like, oh, abortion should be considered as a very last ditch effort instead of just another contraceptive method.
hmm,
So I guess yeah, you said that.
yes.
Yeah, I just had these two points.
Yeah, very well said. And I totally missed the ethics nature of it, which you mentioned. Like people think it is really brutal to kill a life, and like I did
Yeah.
not even think in that line, like that emotional line. But I think that would have been that is the actual reason why people go against abortion.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not your like. Then I don't believe blame you at all because this is not a topic in India, man. Like nobody cares about this in India. So
Yes.
like, I just see like a lot of foreign debates. That's why like I know about this. Like people like really care about this stuff in America and all. But in India, like it's not a hot button issue, so nobody would know. I don't blame.
Okay, so next phase is we are just having a group discussion, irrespective of topic. What do you think? Abortion, yes or no?
Yeah, I think that should be abortions for everyone, and even though it's not like a hot button issue in America, India, like from that American perspective, I have learned like this one thing that we can't really tell where does human sentience begin, and that's all we should really care about when it comes to abortion, in my opinion. Okay, like this practicality thing, this population thing, these are all like secondary things. Like if you're talking about like human life and all, then it should be like, oh, can we really know as human beings when does human life begin?
Hmm.
Like, can you really tell that? I don't think we can really know. So we just take like the next best thing and up to some developmental stages until like the brain is not formed. You can say that up to 22 weeks it should be allowed. But for other cases, for 30 weeks and all, if it's like an extreme case scenario where like the mother's life is at risk, if it's a uh, baby as a result of sexual assault, then yeah, it should be allowed. But generally, it's 20 to 22 weeks. These are my opinions.
Uh, In my opinion also, yeah, the family members, like couples, like should be allowed to have a decision if they want to go abortion, but of
Yeah.
course without like not gender reveal and those stuff, because that would be again like very problematic. uh, yeah.
But I don't think like in most parts of the world like this there's an issue of like female
Male
feticide,
feticide,
right?
yeah. Yeah, even like in the current situation, maybe in some rural areas it is still practiced, like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I guess you do have a point that there's always that like inherent like danger that like even if they're living in a first world country in a very modern society, they can also have like a very backwards like idea that, oh, if I had a girl child it would be like a bad like this.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
I guess I agree with that. Maybe like yeah, they should not be allowed in the gender.
Yeah. Have you recently watched, it is very trendy on YouTube or Instagram. They have like gender reveals of, some US.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
really don't like it.
Yeah,
Like, it's really, I don't know why. I don't really connect with that.
yeah. I mean, I don't say I wouldn't say I don't like it, but I don't. It doesn't really make sense to me. Like, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl. Then like I don't really understand. Like, oh, is one better than the other? Like, what are you celebrating? Like, I
Yeah.
can understand like baby showers and all that. I
Baby
understand how you can
showers.
have a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, even I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll go on the next phase. Do you have anything else to discuss? Or we can find better points on ChatGPT or internet? Like more edit.
I mean, anything else as
Like,
like to
do you
this
want to
topic?
discuss anything in the like group discussion part, or can we move ahead?
No, we can move. I
Yes.
think.
So next phase is we use internet to find any statistics, data, or any more points, and then we'll discuss with each other. First, let's do it on our own, and then we'll discuss. Okay. Tell me when you're ready, Abdul. Okay.
Yeah. Can you just give me like 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah, 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 sure.
Just okay. You start. You start.
Just a second, like, yeah. Firstly, about some clarity, the term you were finding was vasectomy.
Ah, vasectomy.
Yeah,
My goodness. Yeah,
yes,
you can say
vasectomy,
yeah.
and yeah, then again we had some doubt that if disabilities could be tracked. Like, yes, some disabilities could be tracked in the fetus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just found that out. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, now let's go on the points to. I don't really have any new points as such, but I really like how they are framed. Would you like to start with the points first?
No, you start. You start. I don't really have that many points.
Okay, like a potential for abuse. When I was saying about like crimes, brothels, prostitution, like crimes could increase, the exact proper framing could have been potential for abuse. Like easy access to abortion could be misused for non-critical reasons. Like the way it is framed makes a lot of sense. uh,
As in, like, what are non-critical reasons?
like uh, some a man and a female, like they might just go for having sex very brutally, like even if there's no consent from other side, just for thinking that is like easy access for abortion. So that is what I wanted to say.
But that, like,
I mean,
it's
it
okay if
goes
I like
against
interrupt you now.
whole concept of consent, right?
Does it like? It's okay if I interrupt you. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
we're
sure,
having
sure.
discussion,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we
Yeah.
are just discussing.
But that it doesn't really make sense. Like, I don't. How does that? Like, if rape is rape, like sexual assault is sexual assault. How does that have anything to do with abortion? I don't really. I genuinely don't understand.
Mm, I even like I try to elaborate
Like,
to ChatGPT itself. Like,
yeah, like you said, oh, they have like sex too brutally. Like, there's no. I don't think like if you have sex more brutally, that you have a chance of like higher chances of conceiving than of
no,
implantation, etc.
yeah,
Then
Yes, yes. By brutally, I meant like without any consent, like just going off without any consent, and like, uh,
but that's again like that's a sexual, that's a rape issue, right? One second.
yeah, just yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, yeah. No, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I
Oh,
get what
yeah.
you're saying. Yes, it even makes sense like that. Abdul, do a favor. Can you go ahead with the like points?
No, the thing is, I don't really have points, but I guess I'll just elaborate on one of my points. Is that about that 20 to 24 weeks, that figure exists because a lot of like like what he said, a lot of like fetal whatever is wrong with the fetus, all of these things can be detected uh, around this time,
Mm-hmm.
and hence it's much more like easier to like get abortions, etc. But not to contradict myself, but I don't know, like I had read about abortion like a very long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and like I had read that 20 to 24 figure, and that like article had a very good justification for this 20 to 24 number. Okay, I can't find it now. When I find it, I'll send it to you. You can link it in your video.
Video, yeah.
But yeah, to be honest, like whatever reasons I got from ChatGPT and all, then they didn't really feel like convincing. Like, oh, why exactly this, like, 20
Hmm.
to 24 number figure? When I find the source, I'll link it.
Yes, yes.
But the reasoning that I found so far was, yeah, this only. Painful living effects, medical wire. Wait. Yeah, basically like all these like human fertilization. Yeah, like all these defects, etc., with the baby can be detected up to this point, and hence it is allowed. After that, I am genuinely not sure. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, no, no problem, no problem. Uh, Another points like one point is there, but it could be said in both the side, like cases of rape or incest, abortion can prevent further trauma for victims. But you could say the other side, the person could have been could say like after abortion the mother also goes through some trauma because she like killed her life. So that could also be the case.
Yeah,
And
I do want to say that up to a level that's like a kind of a good thing, because I don't think that a mother should like in certain cases then like there should be some like a level of effect on the woman for abortion, because it should not just be like a dandy like, oh, you can just do as many you want. If
yeah,
it has some of a effect, then they are less likely to and take it a little bit more seriously. But I think even if they're not taking it seriously, then that's still their choice. I can't really govern how people live their lives.
yeah, that is it. Maybe also another term which we could have used is right to life, which we didn't really say like throughout the debate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I guess like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen those in those the debates that I have watched, and I've seen that a lot.
Mhm.
That people talk about it a lot. The right to life.
Mhm.
I don't know if it really makes sense, to be honest. But
Yeah, yeah, that is it. What I could cover up from what we could cover up from ChatGPT. Do you have anything else to say from the internet, like any figures, anything?
no, 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 not really. But I guess yeah, I could have. Yeah, I'll send you a few links that like on in general, abortion does help a lot of women. It
Yes,
is life
yes.
saving. Like you'll see these figures where they'll say, some people say, oh, abortion is never life threatening to a woman. That's a lie. Like abortion, because of abortion, these things happening. Like there is no research for this. I'll send a few links and all. You can link it in your this
In
video.
the video, yeah, yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
yes. Also coming back to the this like to the debate format as such, like I wish we had kept this topic for research based, because I think it should have been dealt a little properly. But never mind, we
yeah,
learned even how to face it like just on the spot. And
yeah, yeah,
yes, and I have told you, right, the whole purpose of this is not for any viewers out there, but just for us to improve onto the impromptu nature and all.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you invite people again? Like,
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
I come
You can
again?
come anytime. Anytime you want, just message me a day prior that can we do it tomorrow, or if we are doing research based, we could just plan a day prior that tomorrow we could do
Okay, okay,
research based. Yeah, yeah. That's
okay. See, I just can I suggest a topic? Like, is that okay?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll end this meet and then we'll just talk. Okay, I'll just stop the sharing.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
sure, sure.
Okay. So yeah, that was the video, guys, and it was on abortion, good or bad, and we have had a good discussion, and like it makes both of us think in the future also. Like we will be exploring more about it. Like it was just impromptu. We just came and busted out our topics, points, and yeah, that is it. And it was great having you, Abdul. See you. Bye.